Good evening, sorry, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet, and this is game number 4 of the quarterfinal of the ASUS ROG tournament between Happy, our red Terran player down the bottom right side of the map, and our blue Protoss player, Alicia. And Alicia has been going pretty insane in this tournament, man. Won the first game, lost the second, but came back, won the third game, and he is definitely in charge right now. Happy's been trying to do as much as he can and has come down. The first and third game has just been absolutely epic, man. It's always come down to basically Ghosts and Vikings versus High Templar and Colossus. So the typical PvT, massive counters, all that sort of stuff going on. So yeah, it's been going pretty awesome. And last game, yeah, Alicia's just doing all sorts of good stuff, managing to keep his Colossus mostly alive versus the Vikings. I mean, he just... Alright, he lost like 20 billion Colossus during the game, but eventually he got the Stalkers out. He got the Stalkers in a good position to actually take out the Vikings, and eventually he did win the game. He just completely shredded the Viking numbers from Happy, using, you know, a fair amount of High Templars, and so yeah, sorry about that pause there. Just somebody started ringing the doorbell, but yeah, moving on, getting back into it, getting stuck into it, and yes, it's just come down to Alicia just doing a really great job versus the Vikings. Not so much versus the Ghost, but definitely in the previous game, taking down the Vikings when he needed to, storms on the Vikings, and getting the Stalkers in. Because that's the thing you really have to do when you're facing off against Triple M with large Viking numbers and you have Colossus, is getting the Stalkers in there, not being afraid to shove them right in the middle and start taking out the Vikings. Because if the Stalkers die and the Colossus live, that's fine, you still win the battle. But if you don't want anything to die and you're afraid to send the Stalkers in to get themselves wiped out, if you're afraid to send them in to get them in range of the Vikings, then your Colossus are going to go down, and once your Colossus go down, you die. I mean, there's just no chance of survival once all your Colossus are dead. So yeah, absolutely gotta send the Stalkers in. And look at this, man, putting an NG Bay down to stop that expansion. That is just very nasty from Happy trying to do that. The probe trying to take out this guy, but just managing to get away at the last second, and this is already half built, so it's going to take ages for that thing to go down. And instantly Alicia decides to go for something a little bit sideways, and it is going to be a Stargate, which, yeah, I don't know, it's going to be interesting. I feel like Void Ray's not really going to help him that much, because I mean, Happy always does a bunch of Marines all over the place. Phoenix probably not either, because there's so many Marines. And Oracle, man, Oracle is good for harassment, but it's not going to win in the game. So it might buy him some time though, and Oracle definitely may buy him some time. And yeah, enough time to get this expansion back up is going to be fine. There we go, there's the Oracle coming out. But of a bigger concern is these 4 Marines coming out. He has started to build up some gateway units a bit earlier though. We can see he didn't go for the early Robo, he went for that Stargate instead. So very early Oracle. It's going to be doing a ton of damage. And of course there's no missile turrets here. There's no Marines out the back, so he's not going to be expecting this Oracle, and there's probably going to be a hell of a lot of workers being killed there. But we'll just have to see, because, yeah, I don't know, man. These guys are going to be a little bit crazy. Where's that Stalker? I thought there was a Stalker out here. Here it is. The Stalker's coming back. So he's going to try and set a Mothership Core and a Stalker versus these guys. A Time Warp is going to be really nice. And there we go, doing the job. Great stuff. The Mothership Core just going to survive by the skin of its teeth. A bunch more Marines coming out, but meanwhile here comes the Oracle charged up. And here we go. The workers surprisingly fast getting out of the way. But yeah, look at this, all these Marines back here. So that should be fine, actually. Really great defense by Happy there. He's going to lose some mining time, but he's not going to lose too many workers. How many kills did the guy get? 5 kills. So that's pretty good, man. 4 kills and 4 4 guys in a marine, 4 workers in a marine, sorry. And yeah, just taking out a couple of workers. Gonna try and run in. Might, if he gets back here, actually, this one's pretty open. I'm just not able to get it out. And here, so we go, some more mining time being lost by these workers having to run once again. And the Oracle's still alive, man. Really, really, really great job there by those Oracles. Just constantly hitting the stuff. And this is going to be hopefully able to get Alicia back in the game. I really, he was a bit behind losing this, not having this expansion down, but I definitely think he's made up for it. He's actually really been pushing out the workers nice and fast, and in terms of workers, he's actually 10 ahead now. So all of this farting around definitely put Happy a little bit behind in terms of his worker count. But I think in terms of army, actually, I don't know, man. I don't know. The thing is, Alicia's got a lot invested in this, these 2 oracles and the mothership core. So yeah, that is where all his army supply is coming from. And meanwhile, all that Happy has is the Marines. So just send in the Marines, and they are going to actually be doing quite a lot of stuff. I don't know if Alicia has the pure forces that he needs to really take these guys out. He's hoping to pin them between the Oracle and these ground forces, maybe, although that Oracle is just pissing off somewhere else. So yeah, overcharging the Nexus, trapping them down here where they get hit by the overcharged Nexus. Really, really great defense there by Alicia, man. I was not expecting that to happen. I thought the Marines, they'd just run up the ramp, or they'd just take out the Nexus, but beautiful job there. And this Oracle, man, trying to get some hits off, but the missile turrets getting up there is going to be wrecking his world. A nice stim, and just able to take it out. And the observer's just like, oh man, that guy really sucked. So here we go, 1 weapons. Almost done for Happy. 1 weapons and armor just starting off now. He's been a little bit delayed by that expansion going down, but I think the Oracles have definitely done enough of a good job to keep him in this game, to keep him on a good stage. And he's actually managed to get 10, 11 more workers. So the danger is going to be these drops coming out very, very soon, because I think you can see that Happy actually has more army than Alicia. Alicia getting that late expansion and then still coming out ahead in workers has really, really sucked up his army supply, and especially getting out the Oracles as well, man. His army supply is just bad. He's starting to get it out now. Getting these Stalkers out, absolutely essential. But other than that, he didn't have that much at all. And it was only because of this beautiful play here, the Nexus overcharge plus the shield, that he managed to survive. Army versus army, he had no chance. And these Stalkers in a great position. 1 medevac goes down, the other medevac comes down, but they just dropped out so many units that, yeah, they need the rest of the forces to try and save them. And will he be able to save any forces? Just able to save forces. I think he saved like 3-4 guys here. So not a lot of guys at all being saved there. And didn't really do too much. Got a few workers. Actually, they got quite a few workers there. In between getting a ton of workers and killing a few here, he has evened himself up. So great job there by Happy. He's definitely not out of it yet, but oh, god damn it. This day, man. This day. Oh, it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. I naively thought that I might get 4 quarterfinals done today, but it's already 3:15 and I haven't done the first one yet. So, not looking very likely that I'm going to get them done. But we will still soldier on, and I should be able to get at least 2. 2 at the minimum. I'm going to try for 3, though. Maybe 4. But if they're all like this, man, 2 half-hour games, man, just too much, and all that mess with my computer as well. So definitely going to have to try harder tomorrow. I was hoping to have the whole tournament done in the whole over the weekend, but yeah, I don't know. I've got I can probably each quarterfinal, since it's a best of 5, it'll probably take 2 days to upload anyway with my crappy connection, so it should be okay if I just get the quarterfinals done. I don't know, whatever. We are going to see how this goes down, and we're definitely getting into the mid game, man. Look at this. You see Colossus coming out. You see the medevacs coming out. Here we go. Stalkers coming in. A whole bunch of guys, but there's not actually many units inside them, man. 5 dropships, but they've only got like 2 dropships worth of units in there, so a little bit more scary than it actually is. And here's that one Marine waiting for the third base to come out. And we've got the observer waiting for this third base to come out. And yeah, so getting back into it. Both of these players know how this dance goes. The dropships step in and then they step out, and the Colossus twirl all about, and yeah, one person ends up stepping on somebody else's toes and then the whole thing comes crashing down. But right now the Zealots, man, look at this beautiful attack. He doesn't have speed. If he had speed, he would have killed a lot more, I feel like, but he's still got quite a few workers there. And stop running away and attacking the army, man. Just keep on the workers. And there we go. Vikings going out warp prism hunting, and there's actually a pylon over there, but Vikings going to have a bit of trouble taking out the pylon. Look at this guy, man. Please tell me he's going to take that out. Yeah, looks like it. So there we go. That poor warp prism. Yeah, it's a pity they don't actually land when they're warping. It doesn't actually become a ground unit because, yeah, there's no way they can get away from the Vikings. Just no way. And here we go. That's a Ghost Academy. So I mean, Happy knows what he has to get. And he's getting a command center out there that's getting ready for his third. And that really is a major advantage as a Terran player, being able to build right back in the safety of your main base and then just sort of shift it out. But look at this, man. Alicia knocking it down straight away, and Happy, man. I was just about to say, Alicia's trying to sneak in a third base at this location, and just as I moved over there, man, the scan came down. So Happy is not so easily fooled, and he's not fooled at all, man. He's not even easily fooled. He's not hardly fooled. He's not fooled in the slightest. And we are going to come down. Armies are going to butt heads. 9 Vikings. He has managed to get 9 Vikings so far. I do not like Alicia's chances right here, man. He hasn't got a ton of Stalkers, and even if he had a ton of Stalkers, he'd still this may have to get cancelled right here. He's got to try and save it, but no, Happy not actually pushing in, man. He wants to get the positioning right. He does not want his Vikings to get ahead of his forces. Maybe he's waiting for Ghosts. Although we do have Storm, and we do have 5 High Templars. Look at this, man. A bunch of Zealots coming in again, and just not able to get that Marauder. And yeah, I'm not sure why Happy pulled back, man. That was a great time for him to attack, to push in, to wipe this base out. I feel like he had a good army composition. I feel like he was in a good position. I think he just didn't have the Ghosts. He didn't have the Ghosts, and Alicia had the Storm already, so that is why he didn't want to move in. And I don't know, man, I can't really blame him for not wanting to move in, because High Templar, very, very scary. And of course, once you start getting a few Storms on the Vikings, then the Vikings go down and the Colossus start owning everything, which is bad as well. So yeah, but he's got his Ghost Tech out now, so he should start thinking about doing stuff, but it's going to be a bit harder to take the third base out now. So instead he's going to transition into his own third, and he's going to defend it nice and solidly here. Putting a scan, sees the observer. He might try and snipe this. Oh, there it goes, and nearly a Storm on those guys, but not quite. The Ghost thinking about taking him out, sacrificing a Marine to see where the army location is. Great attack here, putting the Zealots back in, trying to force this army back, but Happy is having none of it. He moves out. He almost goes back, and then he moves forward. The Storm's almost getting the Vikings once again, and these Zealots, man, have just been going to absolute nuts, man. Doing so many hits, and I gotta say, Happy, he made the right decision by not moving his entire force back, because he would have lost this, but at the same time, you can't just let the Zealots run wild. You have to split your forces. You have to somehow move 80% of them out to defend this, and still move 20% back in to take care of the Zealots, man. You just gotta do it. And Happy didn't get the split right. He moved 100% of his forces out to defend, and meanwhile he lost all those workers. So yeah, he's doing a great job on the army, but his economy, once again, the Zealots are just hitting him so hard, and this is it's just the same thing over and over again. Game 1, this is how Alicia won. Game 3, he did this, but I don't think this is how he won. He won because he took out the Vikings. But this is game 1 all over again, man. His army is getting battered by the Vikings, but he's just taking so many workers out, man. And Happy knows his danger. He's constantly getting those workers out as fast as he can, but over time, is going to just doing so many bad things, and the only thing that's keeping him in, that's really evening it out, is the fact that he is so good at taking out all these forces of Alicia, man. His ghosts are phenomenal, his Vikings are phenomenal, and once the Colossus and the High Templar goes out, the rest of these forces are just crap. They're really actually going forward quite a lot there. The storm's going down. It's very, very hard. Oh, look at the storms up here, man. This guy, what a baller High Templar, man. That guy is an absolute genius right there. He got the perfect storm down, like 2 storms in a row, just perfectly perfect. And this army, man, really just falling apart at the seams right now. Another good storm and they just get wiped out. But unfortunately, if there were 2 High Templars out there, I don't think storms stack though, so maybe not. But yeah, just so good. Alrighty, sorry about that. We're getting back into that. That poor High Templar going down. And somebody from India says there are problems with my computer and I need to do something about it. I don't know how they detected errors with my computer, but I mean, he's obviously a pretty smart guy and he obviously knows what he's talking about, so I don't know. I'm guessing I should probably trust him on that, so we will see though, we will see. That's just incredible. Moving on, that poor High Templar, man, 14 kills and he went down, so not going to be happy about that. Look at the upgrades, man. These guys, 3-3, 1 shields already. He's really going nuts, getting the shields a lot faster than he was previously. And he's getting a Dark Shrine as well. He's decided the Zealots need some company. And look at this, he's going on again, and actually a whole ton of Vikings moving off, doing a split and trying to get some storms off. His storms have been really nice this game, actually. He's been getting some great storms off. But the snipes on the High Templar have been very good as well. Look at these Colossus, man. Oh, they're so low. The Stalkers just staying behind a little bit. They're going to be starting to hit the Vikings. A nice stalk, forcing the Vikings to turn around as well. Meanwhile, the Zealot numbers coming in. Go. But he's got this reinforcement force over here. And oh, he's going to take out some stuff, but not much. He needs to find a way to move in here. He needs to take out these rocks, start sending the Zealots in the side door. That's what he should do. Take out these rocks, send the Zealots in through there. That would be awesome. But it's going to be a little bit dicey. He's actually sending a Warp Prism. He's going to move in here. He's probably going to have to back off. Although, look at these guys, man. They're getting so softened up. It's like half people are in the orange or the red, man. Just a few more storms. And oh, this army is just going to fall apart, man. It looks good, but they're at death's door, all of them. Although this Colossus, man, they're looking a bit bruised up as well. I should probably say. So yeah, finally, this guy's going to be taking out the pylons, but of course he can just build another pylon whenever the hell he wants. It's so easy to build a pylon. Overseer coming in there. He does have a missile turret over there, so that should be fine. Building another command center, maybe thinking about taking a 4th. But yeah, look at this, man. Alicia's had a 4th for so long, and oh, were these guys taking out a building or something? Were they standing to attention? I do not know. I cannot imagine that. Maybe they were defending somebody taking out Alicia's 5th. Was this a 5th? Alicia's getting a 5th. Holy bejesus, that is completely insane, man. And Happy's still only on 4 bases, man. He is not going to be happy right now. Not going to be happy, although a nice drop going on down here. He's going to have to warp in some units to try and defend this place. Because, yeah, 4 Marauders, man. The cannons are not going to do that well versus the Marauders. Meanwhile, pushing in here, just a little bit of touch and kiss, though. Not really doing much. There we go, the Colossus taking out a Marine though, and there we go, we're moving in. EMP's going down. There's just so many EMPs on those Archons, man. They basically just disintegrated. And he's pushing in here now, though. He thinks he's got something, and I thought for a second this base was going to go down, man. That push was just so hard, so good from Aristeo. Is just looking so good, but managed to survive it, and he just repaired that up in like 2 seconds flat. So yeah, but this small economic gap, man, and just the amount of storms going down. He's got beautiful ghost control, but the storms just going down everywhere, man. I feel like he hasn't got a ton of these guys, but he's definitely got enough, I feel like, to just constantly put down the storms. And the Colossus numbers are starting to get really high as well. And where are the Vikings? His Viking numbers have just been going down again. So this is just like the previous game. The Vikings just... Obviously, those Archons just constantly hitting them. The storms taking them out bit by bit. And just really, really awesome, man. Really, really awesome. Maybe Happy should go for a bit of Ravens or something, because he has got such a gas surplus right there. Maybe he should have teched into Ravens a little bit. Started knocking down some Seeker missiles. Actually, I don't know how good Ravens could be against this army, because... Yeah, I mean, Seeker missiles, maybe. Point defense drone, maybe. Actually, point defense drone would be really good, because it would stop... I'm pretty sure... You guys might have to back me up on this, whether or not it's correct, but the point defense drones block the projectiles of a Stalker. Because if they do, then that is going to be freaking awesome, man. You get your Vikings and your Ghosts and your Triple M, and you get a couple of PDTs, or point defense, PDDs? I don't know why I said PDTs, but you get a couple of PDDs down, and the Vikings cannot kill... Sorry, the Stalkers cannot kill the Vikings, man. They just can't do it because the point defense drones just completely knock their projectiles out of the sky. Meanwhile, the Colossus go down, and it's just like Christmas for the Terran player. So that would be freaking awesome, man. Using Ravens, getting the PDDs to stop the Stalkers from attacking the Vikings, man. That is where that shit is going to be. And... yeah, Happy's not going to be able to try it out though, because he has lost again. And yeah, it's now 3-1. Alicia is going to be moving on to the semi-finals after another beauticious game. And yeah. So I just had something on my tongue. And yeah, moving on. It's we are going to be seeing exactly how it goes. Semi-finals. When they come, but next up is going to be the quarterfinals between Tasia and Ghostware, and that is going to be freaking insane. PVZ, always good. So I will catch you guys then. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoy this game.